Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys how to use the CF Hybrid. I'm going to demo it as well as show you it for the first time. The unit's not actually out yet, but it will be out. I'm hoping the first week of March, maybe the second week. We are taking pre-orders. Some people have already pre-ordered. Let's just get into it. First you have the unit. On one side you have your BoxMod 510 thread. On the other you have your mouthpiece for the dry herb side. The oven is about, I want to say about 60%, or about 30% less the size of the CFX oven, but it's still pretty good, and it's still really deep, so you can put a lot of herb into it. The mouthpiece and everything is pretty similar function to the CF and CFX. The oven is as well, with the isolated air path all the way down to the vent at the bottom, similar to the CF and CFX. Same oven, same concept essentially. For this one, it's not internal batteries; it's external batteries. So you just slide the cap off, and you'll have your slot for your 18650 battery. The unit does come with the battery as well as the tank, which I'll show you in a minute. Basically, the battery goes in positive up. Just slide it in like that. It's really simple. And you can put the lid on. The lid doesn't really matter what direction it goes on. It'll snap on either way. Let's show you what else it comes with before I show you how it works. Underneath, you're going to have the user manual. It's pretty in-depth. If you own a CF or CFX, you'll see the user manual is pretty decent. You have this tank, which is pretty sweet. It's a flip-top tank. You just pop it to the left, and it opens up, and you can see this little gasket right here. That's when you fill your e-juice into. And the stem itself actually is like a gasket for the valve that covers the coil, which is pretty nice. So when you have it popped open and you're filling your juice, it gives the coil a better soak than it would if it was closed. If you can see that. And then you just rotate it and keep it closed like that. It's pretty simple. Put that off to the side and fill it up in a minute. Inside the box, you're going to find your USB cable. You have another coil, which I believe when the unit comes out, it's going to have a 0.25 and a 0.1 coil. The samples I have are both just 0.5 coils, so it's not going to be that great, but we'll work with it. You get replacement screens for your dry herb oven. You get a custom-sized wax chamber for the hybrid dry herb side, so you can still do wax as well, concentrates, whatever. And then you have your dabber tool plus packing, for the other end, as well as your cleaning brush, very similar to the CF and CFX, just with a little bit extra. I'm going to go ahead and pre-soak this tank before we get into it, just so that way it has a little juice, and when I use it later, it's ready to go. So although it is top fill, it's the first time I'm using these coils, so I'm going to go ahead and soak the coil tip as well. But I'm going to put it back in and then show you the top fill to fill the rest of the tank up. So I'm going to vape on our e-juice, the Crave, or this is a draw actually. If you haven't tried ours, when the website goes back up live, I recommend you get it. It's really good. So basically just thread it back on. And then pop the top back open. But once again, you'll see the valve. Let that sit to the side for now, though. I'm going to show you the dry herb side first. Alright, cool. So I'm just going to grind up a little herb for the dry herb side. Dust off. Alright, just put the mouthpiece back on. And then the two sets of main